Hey, it's Teresa G coming in from her cluttered kitchen. And today I just thought I would give you a basic lesson in how to deal with tomatoes after you've picked them. And it's the end of the season and you need something to do with them so you can get rid of them so you don't have fruit flies all over your kitchen. Oh, I gotta do right now. Just a really basic way of dealing with them, and then making tomato sauce. So I'm going to peel them, I'm going to puree them, and I'm going to make them into sauce. And I thought I'd let you see how I do it. Okay, so I have a lot of tomatoes over here. Not really, I'm not making huge amounts. Most people buy up boxes and boxes of seconds and whatever at the end of the season. These are tomatoes that I picked at Meadowview Farms in Kutztown, PA, last Friday. And when I picked them, they were, these were about 50% ripe. And all of these were like 20% ripe. I mean, they were really like hardly at all. I mean, you can still see that this one is still somewhat unripe. These are called Weaver's Strawberry for their color and shape. Okay. And these are the famous San Marzano. Okay. That you see in cans. They're supposed to be the best type of tomato, especially if you get them from San Marzano in Italy. But these are from Kutztown, PA, and they're really beautiful. And as you can see, this one's a little oddly shaped, but I don't care. And I don't care if it has a little bit of a mark. I'll cut that out. So what I'm going to do, they've already been washed and dried off, and I'm going to make a little, well, this one has a little thing in it. I'm just gonna cut off the bottom of this, kind of cut out the error or the what happened from, I guess, bugs or weather or whatever. And the same thing with this one, and this one has a little summer scald and something. But I'm gonna peel them all. I'm gonna put them into the food processor, and then I'm going to leave them overnight, and then tomorrow, after I've already pureed them and everything, I'm going to make them into sauce. I'm going to make them into sauce, people. We're going to have two different sauces. We're going to have one that's mainly the German strawberry or Weaver's strawberry, as this may be, and the rest are going to be San Marzano with a little bit of stupis. I picked a few stupis, which I used to grow. I actually used to grow San Marzanos. I grew them a couple times. Not with much success. Got very small harvest that year. And I've also grown strawberry. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. Okay? First thing is alright, it's out of boil. Aha. Alright. I'm going to start with, as we can see, we have water boiling. Okay. I'm also getting some ice water. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is make a little X. Okay, I'm going to make a little X on the bottom over here and throw it into the water and then shock them. And then shock them in ice water. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it would be nice if they saw what I'm doing, Charlie. I've been told sometimes to do the X at the other end, but I don't think it really matters which end you do it at. It's gonna peel no matter what. I'm gonna do 3 at a time, just for like a minute, not even 30 seconds, until I start to see it kind of, until it kind of peels away a little bit. Still needs. Nah, that's not. Okay. Good. Yeah, some humble, which would be good. Okay. Back, let's see what the difference is if you do it from one end to the other, okay? What the heck? Let's make a slit in the other end to the other 3 and see what the difference is. Actually, I see I need to sharpen this knife. Okay. There you can see it starting to peel away. That's what you want. See, I think it needs just see this one's starting to. I can do this one. Still not doing it. Okay. I don't think it really matters. See, this one's starting to. Okay. Alright. Turn them all around. Make sure this one really starting to yet. No? Weird. Up, see that one done. Alright, those two doing it. Okay. So now I'll start with this other batch. Now, get this one out. It's got to be doing it by now, right? You got to figure. Okay. When they're finished, I'll just put them into something else, just so I have. Yep, I can feel it coming right off when I touch it. Okay. It's one batch. Okay. And The weird one's starting to do it. This one's done. See, some go really fast and some take forever. Okay, almost. Okay, is that it? That's it. Okay. Stew piece are done, definitely done. 1, 2. Let's check up. See this one. This one. That one. Come on, little baby. In there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, the first batch are definitely ready to peel. Yep, I can see the peels are coming off of a couple of them right there. This one's starting. This one. No, might as well. I'm sure they'll peel. Yeah, see that one's starting to. Okay. Alright, so this is the next thing you do. True. The next thing you do is peel them. That skin should come off very easily. Some of them might get stuck on your fingers. Okay. What I also like to do, if I can, is okay, it's also like squeeze out some of the seeds. Some of the bigger ones, obviously, it's very easy to do. Squeeze them. Obviously, if you want to save some of the seed, I would not cook them like this because the seeds are not going to be good after you boil them. But so if you want to save seed, do not make tomato sauce. Do raw applications, salsa, things like that. This is why you should, I guess this is why you should do it from this end. It's not as easy to peel it from the top. That's why they say to do it from the bottom. Oh well, not a big deal. I mean, once they're soft, it doesn't matter where you do it from, really. Of course, use a sharper knife. This one is starting to lose its sharpness. Yeah, I should have boiled this one for another minute or so. It's a little tough at the bottom of each. Okay. That's one batch. Have this in Marzanas. These are easier to peel because you just peel away one side and the whole thing comes off. You can even do it right with your fingers, it just comes right off. See, but that peels right off. Right off. No problem. These peel away a lot easier than the other ones. Obviously, Trevor, we're gonna speed through some of this, you know. Got it? Some of these are just peeling away just right from the side with no problem. And that's why one reason why they say San Marzanas are perfect for sauce making, because of the flavor and also the ease of using them. Okay, takes care of that. Let me just finish. The last process for the first part of this, right, peeling and then pureeing, okay, is the food processor. Now, some people use a food mill, and you can do that because all the seeds and whatever bits of skin stay on top, and all the juice comes through. But I like using the food processor and then sieving it, because I like that better. So I'm gonna start with the well, actually I think I should. There's my cutting tool. I'll cut them a little bit first. That was my tomato knife. Okay. Now, alright, so this, people should have a tomato knife, right? A small knife that has serration. Alright. And I'm going to just chop them up a little bit. That way the puree easier in the food processor. Okay. Which I like doing. And that way I can also like see them a little bit more. Because this variety A has a lot of seeds, and we know that seeds do not necessarily puree very well. It's one thing you have to make sure to get rid of. Obviously, you don't want seeds in your sauce. Some of these are quite big too. Can you get me a, these are pretty small. I think these were like super unripe, not unripe, just undersized, black creme, I think they were. As I've said many times about that festival, that if it would be on a better day, that would be good. All right, this is my first batch, which is the Weaver strawberry. Right, just gonna. Weaver strawberry. I'm gonna. hold this end down. Okay, that's one. Doesn't matter if the pulp from that is in there. Close. Bless you. Okay. These are usually to kind of scoop out. There aren't that. The other thing about San Marzano, there aren't a lot of seeds. So you don't really have to worry too much about seeding them. And see a little bit. This one's a little bit more. See, about San Marzano is not as seedy. That's the thing I was worried about with the German strawberries, that they have a lot of seeds. But whatever. Once you strain it out, what does it matter? Really, all I had to do, I mean, I didn't even have to futz with them, really, because I could easily just take them, you know, strain them. I think I'm going to do the rest of this. I'm not even going to worry about it because I'm just going to strain them. I'll do that part tomorrow. Just strain them out. Just puree them really well. I was thinking maybe I should have put this through the Vitamix instead. Makes a finer puree. What did it do? It stopped again?
Yeah.
It just started again?
Yep.
That's the problem with going more than half an hour. Alright. Oh, look at that. Nah. Oh well. I'll do that later. I'll put it in something else. And let me get something to put it in for right now. Okay. I think I should have used my Vitamix instead. Yeah, that's good. Get me a spatula. White one. Big white one. Big white one. Thank you. Thank you. There's a lot of pulp left down here. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so we've got the pulp plus one. After the video, I will pulse that down. Alright, so we got the red strawberry, or Weaver strawberry, which is a heart-shaped tomato, by the way. And we've got the the famous San Marzano, except not from Italy. And tomorrow we'll make them into sauce. How about that? But right now we've got tomato puree. See how easy that was? No need to buy it when it's tomato season. Okay? Okay, that's it. And tomorrow, more tomato. We already made our tomatoes, right? Okay? And I think this was the red strawberry, okay? The Weaver strawberry tomatoes. Okay, we've got our tomatoes. Now we're going to make tomato sauce, okay? Now, of course, you can go almost any way with tomato sauce, all right? You can make it Indian, you can make it Italian, you can make it almost anything, you know, any nationality that uses tomatoes in their food, you can go almost any which way. I'm going to go basic, what I consider a basic Italian sauce in my house, okay? For me, it's a little onion, some seasonings, lots of garlic, tomato paste, some broth or wine. I have no wine right now, so we're using homemade chicken bone broth, a little salt, and the tomatoes, and if I feel like it, a little bit of chili flake, okay? Oh, and of course, olive oil, okay? Of course, some recipes don't call for onion at all, some call for very little garlic, and some call for a whole can of tomato paste, and some call for carrots or butter at the end. Marcella Hazan has that famous butter and onion sauce. Now I could easily make this into that by cooking up a lot more onion and adding butter in at the end, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do a very basic pasta sauce. What I used to do with the slow cooker, okay, I used to pile all this stuff into the slow cooker, set it on 4 hours on high in the morning, and then by the afternoon my sauce was ready for dinner, okay? You could do that, okay? But I'm going to, of course, be using my Instant Pot Luxe over here, and I'm going to show you how quick it is to do in the Instant Pot. It's on hot. Of course, we have to wait. We have to set it to saute, wait for it to say hot. Okay, it is hot. It's been hot for about 5 minutes. All right, so most recipes call for between a teaspoon of oil, which is like nothing, to a tablespoon, to even like a quarter cup or a half cup. I figure that's about 2 tablespoons. That's good. All right. I'm going to add my onion. Of course, you got to hear that sizzle. You hear the sizzle. Okay. And of course, I'm going to lock my pot into place. And there's a new, oh, by the way, there is a new model out where the pot locks in all on its own. That may be the next one I switch out one of them for. Anyway, all right, so you just saute this for a moment or two. All right. All right, I'm not going to wait forever. Obviously, you should wait 2 or 3 minutes until it gets a slight bit of brown on it. I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. Add some garlic. I added 2 fat cloves, chopped. And if you saw my latest video on garlic tips, you know that if you cook it, if you chop it up very finely, you mince it, or you puree it on the microplane, that it'll be stronger tasting. If you chop it or slice it coarsely, it will be a milder garlic flavor, which is what I did here. Because although we do want a strong garlic flavor in our sauce, I mean I do, don't necessarily have to, you know, depends on who you're serving. See, in our house, everybody likes garlic. Nobody notices the difference if I go if I go milder or stronger. Okay, so you only do that for about 30 seconds. You don't want the garlic to burn. Okay, and then I'm going to squeeze in a couple of tablespoons of the tomato paste. And then you're going to cook it until it turns slightly different color. It's called the Maillard effect. And supposedly, I guess it's like an it's like a Japanese umami thing. It causes a more pleasant, I guess, more pleasant taste if you cook it down a little bit, and it adds I guess it makes a residue in the bottom of the pot, so that when you scrape up all your little juicy bits at the bottom, when you deglaze the pot, that taste gets into the sauce. Okay, I don't want to do it too much more because then I'm going to get that burn thing on the thing. I'm going to add a little bit. Now this is the secret to doing it in the Instant Pot, alright? You don't need to do this if you're doing it in a big pan, because obviously in a big pan, in a big pot, you're not going to get the burn, alright, when you pressurize, because you're not going to pressurize. But in this you're pressurizing, so you got to get those little bits off the bottom before you add the tomatoes. Okay? Alright, so I think I got all my little bits up. Okay. Now I can add my tomatoes. Okay. And then again, just mix it up a little bit. Add a little more. This is the bone broth. See, look at all that gelatin. Man, oh man. Love that. Okay, I don't want to add too much because I don't want to water this down. It isn't as much. It's like mainly a half batch of what I normally do, because that's only a pint of tomatoes. I'm going to add a little bit of Himalayan salt. Now for this one I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. Everybody knows my favorite one. If you've been watching my videos, you know my favorite one. But if you don't have Penzeys, you can use some oregano or oregano and basil, right? You can use oregano, you can use basil, okay? You can use those if you want. Add a little salt. Don't add too much salt if you use broth, because the broth can be kind of salty. Okay? Alright, that's it, right? And you press cancel. Alright? Lock your lid. Make sure your lid is on seal. Alright. And then... No. Well, you can't really see it. But alright, right now it says off. Alright, but now it's locked, right? And I'm going to press manual. And I'm going to cook it for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, I will do a 5-minute. Alright. Okay. So after it's done, I'm going to do probably a 5 or 10 minute natural release, because if I do a quick release, we will have tomato sauce all over the roof or something like it. We'll have little bits all over the cabinet. And then I will do after the natural release, I'll do a quick release. And we'll open it up and we'll have sauce from our own home canned tomatoes. Okay? Okay, so let's see what we got. It is off. About 5 minutes or so ago, I set a 5-minute timer. Yes, I could have kept this on and it would have timed up. It would have given me the 5 minutes, but I would have had to stand here and wait. So I set the timer. Alright, now, see, as you can tell, there's nothing coming out, which means it's ready. Right now, of course, because this is the Lux, there is no holder for the pot. Alright, and see, it's a little bit of pasta sauce. So it's enough for about a half a pound of pasta, I'd say. Alright, we got a nice looking sauce. Yes, we do. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's the best we can do, isn't it? Alright, it's a little bit of sauce. A little bit of sauce is what it is. Alright. Okay. So, we've got sauce that we can do. So, we've got a nice little batch of sauce there to do whatever we want with. We can season it with anything. We can taste it, of course, taste it for seasoning if it needs a little salt, or you like it a little more peppery, or you want more garlic, or you want more herbs. Add some fresh herbs to it and put it on saute for a minute. Cook them down a little bit. And you got sauce, right? Also, what you can do is, of course, if you're going to cook the pasta in the Instant Pot itself, you must pour out that sauce, clean out the inside, dry it out, then add your 4 cups of water, your pasta, the sauce, and then cook it for half the time, minus 2 minutes with a natural release. With a 5-minute natural release, okay? But anyway, we got that, right? We got the sauce. And if you liked it, of course, press like, and of course, subscribe, press the little bell, share the video, and of course, come back again to Reese's Cluttered Kitchen for more Instant Pot recipes and other stuff. Bye.